What's up, everybody? My name's Tim. This is my 2020 Shelby GT500 carbon fiber track back up on the left. This video today is about the rocker panels. I've seen people complaining on the GT500 forum about wavy rocker panels where the black kind of separates from the painted part, the red up above it there. I didn't really notice it on my car, but once you get down low, you'll see it that the black is kind of wavy and those locking tabs are not in fully seated. And then my last track event, we did a charity event where we took some kids for parade laps around the track. I had a couple of bigger kids get out, and I think one or both of them stepped on my rocker panel getting out of the car and actually separated badly the black plastic trim from the red part there above. So then I had to fight this battle. I tried pushing in the tabs with the car on the ground. Didn't work with the rocker panel still on the car. Then I raised the car up on the lift, tried getting them in, just would not work. So I had to remove my rocker panel. This is the second time I've had my passenger side rocker panel off. Not an easy fight. All the tabs end up breaking. I just got some new tabs from Middleton Ford. Don't forget cost plus 10% with the Shelby Flyer discount code. Email Jeff the parts guy, the link is below, or the email address is below, but they take care of it. They always send me all the good stuff pretty quickly here. So let's take a look at my driver's side rocker panel first, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so the driver's side, you can see mine are separated a little bit. My passenger side was much worse once those kids stepped on them. But you can see the tabs right there, those guys there are not fully seated. No good way that I found to just push those in. I even tried with a little skinny screwdriver up inside there pushing while I was lifting up on the rocker. It just would not work. So the rocker panel has to come off. Take a look at the passenger side here. So I started in the back. There's a push pin inside the wheel well here, and then all these guys, they all break taking this off. I use a metal trim pry tool up inside here and prying, and they all snap. Working your way forward. Then there is a couple of small, I think they're 7 or 8 millimeter bolt heads up front there. You got to take those out, come out the bottom. There's also a bunch of push pins. All these guys come up from the bottom. Looking at the back side of the rocker, this is the problem. So you can see those over center tabs there don't quite sit locked. And that's what creates the gap and the waves. So you got to press, this black piece in, pull it against the painted part. You got to put a lot of force on it to get these to go over center, and then jam the wedge in behind there. Just got some more for the driver's side. These are just Bondo squeegees. They're angled nicely. They jam in there and spread that apart and push the over center tab locking up. The rocker has, these are all these locking tabs that I've now modified. And my intent was to try to minimize, somebody stepping on the rocker and pulling those out in the future. But I inadvertently solved the wavy rocker panel, and I'll show the other side here in a second. But these guys, all these over center barbs don't quite sit up there flush and stay locked. So I needed to add something behind them. I cut up a few different squeegees, just plastic kind of vinyl squeegees, and use those as wedges because they're shaped properly. Jam those in behind the wedge, or behind these locking tabs. And then to keep them from getting backed out, you can see I have some metal there. I used a torch and these push pins and just heated them up, used the pliers, those pliers, push them through both things there. All right, I need a third hand to film the actual process, but torch, pin, get it hot, and then, just push it through the plastic, and then I'll fold the bottom tabs up, back up and over. And that should hold, that's not gonna back out now because there's a metal pin through there, but all those now have these squeegees on them, pushing the locking tabs up over center, and I'll spin this sucker around. We'll take a look at the other side. Here's the side you can see, and no more gaps. No more wavy black plastic there as those tabs are fully seated and actually locked into place now. All better. No gaps. My driver's side, I'll probably end up taking this off as well. This one didn't get stepped on, but this one is just a little separated. The most challenging part of taking off the rockers is this aft section here. just because there's no good access. There's a push pin here, you pull that guy out, And then you kind of pull this out by hand. These connectors here are really stout, holding it in. I pull it back and use a metal pry bar, you know, the trim tool pry up inside there and pop this aft one out. And then you can't reach up to these others because they're too far forward. So I came down through here. I'll post some pictures, or I'll share some pictures of those. But you know, be careful you don't dent this metal here as you're prying against it. I used a couple of pry bars to kind of spread the load. And then as you're pulling these connectors out, you might deform these holes. I've used a piece of wood and a hammer just to kind of, you know, pound the metal back there flush for the holes. And as you can see, a little bit of the paint chips off there. You can always touch that up if you're worried about corrosion there. And then just work your way forward, pulling these out. There's connectors behind this whole panel all the way up to the front. You can see it's kind of a brute force, messy kind of removal. Once you get some leverage with this back part out, you just start grabbing it with your fingers and pulling and overcoming the connectors as you work your way up. And you know, the bottom black piece is going to separate a whole lot more, but you're taking that off to fix it, so all is well there. This happened on both sides when I took the back part off. There's little plastic welds here from the factory. You can see all those little dots there. I just cleaned it with rubbing alcohol. I've already done the passenger side because that's reinstalled, and then mixed some of this up and pressed it overnight, and it holds nice and strongly. Just put a bunch of it back in behind here. So now when you get down low, no more gaps, no more wavy black plastic. All good. The driver's side's all done, ready to go back on. Got that all re-epoxied, that separated plastic weld. Got new connectors all installed. Got the wedges all in there. Heated up push pins, jammed them through, curved the tops over. This is all set to go back on. I broke a couple of fasteners. I just used these generic guys right there, which is that one right there in the middle. But they just push up from the bottom. You've got these two bolt 8mm head bolts there, and your push pins just go up from the bottom. Driver's side end result. No gaps, no wavy rocker. It looks perfect. Well, that'll do it for this project. I got both sides done. No waves, no gaps, all good. Passenger and driver side. Normally I post pictures of the workshop manual. It's no help. It just basically says remove the rocker panels. No, you know, how to, or, you know, angles or anything. You just got to brute force them off. Like I said before, be careful you don't mess up the side there on the metal up here just above the plastic where you can see that. Spread the load and use some protective tape, you know, maybe to protect your paint, but all good. That'll do it for this project. Thanks for watching. See you next time.